everyone, Miss Marie here, and today's video is on how to sew your Pointe shoes. Yay! We've just promoted a new group of dancers on Pointe at our studio, and I just wanted to make this video so that you have a reference on how to sew them. I know some people aren't able to be at the sewing class, and then some people are actually taking a little bit longer to find the perfect fit shoe. So let's get started. Watch this video so that we're all on the same page on how to sew your gorgeous new Pointe shoes. Congratulations, I'm so excited for you guys. Things you're going to need are, of course, your shoes. I have some shoes here. These are Freed shoes, and they're a 4.5 XX. I actually got them when I was in New York, and they were an ABT dancer's old Pointe shoes, and they happened to fit me like a dream. So I bought the 5 pairs, and I'm so excited that I have them. Anyway, side note. Let's see what else we need. We need a stitch kit. This you should have purchased with your Pointe shoes. You also need, of course, some scissors. These are some great fabric scissors. Your elastics, I think they came like this. So you have your elastics. Also, your ribbons. And I've already cut my ribbons, but they came folded up with one long ribbon, and it was folded up probably secured with a rubber band and looked like this. But what you want to do, pretend this is the long ribbon. You want to take your long ribbon and then cut it into quarters. So just do 2 folds in half, snip, snip, and then you should have 4 equally long ribbons to go on your Pointe shoes, like that. You're also going to need a pen. And this is so you can measure and mark exactly where the ribbons and the elastics go on the Pointe shoe. And I think that's it. I already have my needle and thread all ready to go. And I love doing a long double, it's like a double, I don't know if you guys can see. It's the bun heads thread, and it's really, really sturdy. I always say you want to sew your Pointe shoes like they could go to the moon and back. So it's always distracting to have, you know, a ribbon fall off or something like that, and it can actually be dangerous. So I'm going to switch the camera angle so we can get going, and I hope this helps you guys a lot. Alright everyone, the first thing we're going to do is sew the ribbons on the shoe, and you're going to want to sew the ribbons on the inside of the shoe, and the purpose of the ribbons is to support your arch. So I'm just going to quickly slip on the shoe so I can measure where I want my ribbons to be exactly. So here's my foot in the shoe, and then I'm going to pull up to see where the highest point of my arch is, where I'm going to want my ribbon to be sewn, and I'm just going to mark that point inside of my shoe. Just a little dot like that. Take off the shoe, notice where the mark is on this side, and then directly across from it, mark the other side. Then you're going to want to take your ribbon, just one of the ribbons, and there's 2 sides to the ribbon. There's a more matte side, and then there's a shiny side. I think the Freed ribbon might not have 2 sides, but if you are working with a different brand of ribbon and it has a matte side and a shiny side, you're going to want to make sure that the shiny side is on the outside, pointing outward. So here's my little edge of my ribbon. I'm going to make a little fold, and then I'm going to place this. This is what I'm going to want to sew onto the inside of the shoe. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it there with my thumb. And when you're sewing the ribbon on the inside, you don't really want it to show too much on the outside. So you're going to want to grab, I hope I can show this, some of the canvas, go through both of the ribbons nicely, and then pull through. And you're going to want to make some loop stitches. I'm not sure if that's the technical term, but you're going to want to keep making these loop stitches and I always go in a rectangular pattern. When I get to the top of the first side that I'm sewing upward, you can see I'm sewing upward, I like to go across, but I really make sure that I don't go into the drawstring. If you go into this drawstring or go sew above this line, this stitch line, you're going to not make the drawstring work because you're going to sew it down. So from the inside, I actually go through that bottom, or the top, I'm sorry, and I make a stitch line that goes right along the edge of the drawstring area. This is just the way I do it, and I find it works for me and my students, but just like there's varied ways of doing everything, everyone has their favorite way of sewing their own point shoes. So you will see it done other ways. It doesn't make it wrong or right or whatever. It's just different. So right now I've sewn up this side and across. Then I'm going to do loop stitches all the way around and then finish off the square. And don't worry if you're not very quick, because it took me years to be able to sew this quickly. I think I can do a pair of shoes in 20 minutes, which when I was younger, I think it took me like 2 hours to sew a complete pair, so don't worry about that. So here I've done the stitching all the way around. This is not the neatest, but it will work. And so I've gone up through the shoe along the drawstring line, down the side, and then across the bottom. In order to finish it off, what I do is I do a little knot. So I pull through one stitch, take my needle, and go through the loop, pull on that a little bit, and then I do it one more time. I hope this is coming out all right. And then I take my scissors, and I go snap. And there you have it. So here's one ribbon stitched on, and then if you turn it to the other side, it's pretty clean. Alright, now that you've sewn on, you should sew on all of your ribbons securely. We're going to sew on the elastic. So once again, we are going to measure. So excuse my foot, and I have some bites. It's so embarrassing. I got some bug bites because it's summer and it's hot, but so sorry about that. But anyway, we're going to do a loop elastic. You can do crisscross. I find loop works better for my foot. I like to be over on my shoe more, and when I do crisscross is when it's too like that. I find it holds back my ankle more than if I do a loop. So we're going to do a loop today. So take one edge of your elastic and pin it to the heel, kind of near this heel satin little seam piece, and give it about an inch or 3/4 of an inch length, and you're going to point the ribbon towards your ankle. And then you're going to measure it across and do the same on the other side, and then you can kind of mark, or you can just cut. You don't have to mark. You want the elastic in the loop not to be too tight, but also not to be baggy like this. That won't do anything for you. So kind of taut. Just a nice taut elastic. So this, and next you're going to take your elastic and you're going to sew your elastic along the outside of the shoe. So ribbons on the inside, elastic on the outside. If I fold the heel over the shank, I'm going to place the elastic pointing outwards, and then hold it, secure it with my thumb, take my needle and thread, and then sew it exactly how I sewed the ribbon, but on the outside. did 2 loops, take your scissors and cut off extra. So this is how it should look, and then you're going to want to loop around the other side, and sew the other one also pointing outward. I hope you guys can see that. And I hope this helps you with sewing your pointe shoes. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you give my videos a thumbs up and subscribe. And we're back on track with a new year, and I really want to make more videos for you guys. So let me know if you like them. And also, if there's anything you want to suggest me to make a video of, because I love suggestions too. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and take some time to sew your shoes, and hopefully they'll be done by the time we meet next. Everyone have a wonderful day, and always remember you deserve to dance. Bye guys.